Kubala.
Is he okay?
Come and destroy you.
No, off.
You would die a painful death, don't even!
Today we're diving into one of the strangest stories to come out of Scotland recently, and it's what looks like a cult forming in real time. Now, tensions have been growing between locals and the self-proclaimed tribe. They call themselves the Kingdom of Kubala, and the deeper I looked into the story, the more bizarre and confusing it became. So let's try to unpack this together. But before we start, subscribe so you can join my own cult.
I am the handmaid of Queen Nandi. I am the inferior mistress, and I also play as a surrogate for the queen.
She said inferior?
I'm also the bondwoman of the king, which means I do not have the formal title of a wife, but he is my husband, and we are a tribe.
So you're a side chick. Okay.
The Kingdom of Kubala has been on a pilgrimage to our lost heritage, following the roots of our ancestors back to the land where Jacob, our forefather, laid his stone. A stone of scorn, and he blessed it with oil. After he poured the oil, he said, one day the Messiah, his son, atehene, the Shiloh, shall return to Scotland, and he shall build back the lost heritage, the lost kingdom, the last kingdom of Scotland.
Proof? Was this revealed to you in a dream? So outraged Scottish locals attack lost African tribe where a missing Texas woman was found living. Okay, so people have allegedly started throwing rocks and tearing down the tents of the Kingdom of Kubala, members of which are residing in the wooded areas on land they claim was stolen from their ancestors. Now, obviously, violence is not the answer here, and we're going to talk about that later on, but first I want to learn more about what exactly is going on. Jean Gasho, who identifies as Queen Nandi of the North, claimed that more than 15 people started a harassment campaign against her and her husband's kingdom. So they were evicted, someone called it a rapist cult. There are some serious allegations going on. So there's her husband, Kofi, offeh, and Kaura Taylor, a 21-year-old woman from Texas, who serves as the queen's handmaiden. Offeh, the self-proclaimed king atehene, had allegedly connected with Taylor on Facebook and convinced her to run away from her family in the US to live in the Scottish woodlands and go by the name Asnat Lady Safi of Atehene. This is sounding like a cult. Yeah.
This is the language of Kubala.
Is he okay?
First is Kubala. Kubala means Jacob. Iliswe means land. So when we chant Kubala, Kubala, Iliswe, that means Jacob's land, or the land of Jacob. Lazante Kubala, the land of Kubala. Go and retrieve your people.
Your people are the Scottish people? There's no historical or archaeological evidence that a black tribe ever ruled Scotland or held sovereignty over its land. That claim falls squarely into the territory of invented ancestry, the kind of myth that cults tend to lean on, right? To legitimize themselves, especially religious cults in particular. Love these elaborate backstories because they create the illusion of divine authority, and they provide a convenient way to reject normal legal and social systems. Kubala Kingdom shall rule all nations with the one law of the gods. So you guys believe in multiple gods? Okay.
They want to kill the two witnesses of the Creator. No one can kill the two witnesses. No.
It's not possible.
Many people around the world are coming for the Feast of the Tabernacles, Nandi.
Yes, my lord.
Is that a tie-dye shirt? Looks like a Walmart tie-dye shirt.
Many people from all the four corners of the earth are coming back to their borders. For over 400 years, that's not. The chosen ones have been in captivity. Where in Great Britain 400 years ago, Nandi.
Yes, my lord.
They are returning back to the Kingdom of Kubala. And some people, the enemies, those who took the land from our forefathers, think in their minds that they are able to stop this prophecy.
Yes. I think that's why they've arrested us how many times now? Over 12 times we've been arrested in a space of 3 years.
They've been arrested 12 times. So maybe you've been arrested 12 times because you keep breaking the law of the land that you live in. Guess what? You can move. Maybe Africa, right? Where you can find actual tribes.
We shall set on the road. You will see the true power of the heavens and the earth.
Of the Moors, of the Jacobites, of the native Highlanders.
Are you not afraid of the Hebrews?
They have no fear of God.
No, they think they've already won.
Yeah.
We shall see the reason why the Creator brought us to the highlands. Asna, do not be afraid. I am with you. Nandi, do not be afraid, for I am with you. No one can be able to destroy the seed of Kubala. And they are all saying they are waiting for Jesus. The Christians say they are waiting for Jesus to come.
Oh, and they proceed to mock Christianity.
We shall come and destroy you, Esau. We shall come and destroy you, Moab. We shall come and destroy you, all the enemies of the Creator of the heavens and the earth. Mark my words. I am the Messiah of Kubala. Kubala, Kubala.
Iliswe.
Kubala, Kubala.
Iliswe.
Oh, Kubala, Kubala.
Iliswe is here.
Amazing performance! Kubala Kubala. As for their so-called faith, it seems less like an established religion and more like a mashup of maybe the Black Hebrew Israelite ideology we've heard before, right? Biblical language as well, and some self-invented mythology here. So much of their rhetoric borrows from the Bible and echoes those fringe groups that insist that Black people are the true Israelites, right? It's not mainstream by any means. It seems like a remix of scripture with their own spin. At the end of the day, regardless of what you believe, right, you either respect the law of the land or you leave.
Went to school with her, bro. We fucking went to school with Kaura, bro. Who the are these people? Who is this Ghanaian man and this Zimbabwean woman? Like, who are y'all? Y'all are double her age. Y'all really could be her daddy for real and her mama, and y'all are literally using her.
So are none of them Scottish? But they're a Scottish tribe?
To produce children and making her think that she's inferior to herself. And I hope her parents are getting in contact with the U.S. Embassy in Edinburgh, Scotland, because she needs to be home. There's no reason for her to be playing Handmaid's Tale over in Scotland. She's saying that she's an adult and bro, that's a sign of Stockholm Syndrome, where you start identifying with your captors.
I feel like we're watching the start of a cult and somebody's possible kidnap in real time, and nobody seems to be alarmed by what's going on. So first of all, the queen, this woman, her real name is Jean Gasho. She had all her children taken away from her from social services. I'm pretty sure between her and her husband, who is the king actually, they had 7 children, and all 7 kids were taken away by Durham Social Services.
Also, according to them, the locals have been relentlessly hostile, right? Rocks thrown, tents vandalized, threats yelled in the dark, and Gasho even posted footage of someone barging straight into her tent to prove the point. On the other side, though, we have the Scottish Borders Council, who stepped in and they condemn that vigilante behavior, right? They insist these disputes need to be resolved within the legal system, not midnight mob attacks. And I agree, of course. Officials say the council, social workers, and the police have offered help multiple times, but the group refused. Every single attempt, right? Which is why eviction proceedings are now moving forward. Claim they settled in the borders to reclaim land stolen from a Black Jewish tribe 400 years ago. That's not how it works. You can't do that, actually. No one can evict the heir of the throne from his own land. You will reign supreme, atehene. Yeah, but this is actually really creepy. Her mother, Melba Whitehead, said last week that her daughter was a bright young woman who had wanted to study law, but had developed problems with her mental health. Yeah, that would explain it. This cult is crazy. They pose a threat to everyone around them. My daughter wanted to be a lawyer. Then she ran away to join a woodland tribe.
Oh, my king of the north.
What is he doing?
I really can't wait for all Edom to come and bow before you. Oh, my Messiah. You really are the king of the north. Kubala, Kubala, Iliswe. Kubala, Kubala, Iliswe. Iliswe, Kubala. Shaka is here.
Is that all they can say? Kubala Kubala Iliswe? Is that all they've created so far? I love the photo at the end. That's really cute.
Hello, cows. This is the Queen of the North. It's so lovely to see you all. I am your queen. I'm the queen of the land. And this is my rose. This is good old Rose. Rose is the most precious animal, I think, in the whole of Scotland.
Like, you really can't blame the locals for being upset when you're trespassing on private land and even messing with their livestock.
Well, it turns out Queen Nandi here, real name Jean Gasho, has a blog, has a website where she's been recruiting people. There was a woman before this called Safi. Sorry, I don't have a real name, who passed away. She joined the cult, had an argument. There's literally a video of the argument with this lady. She ended up going back to America. Apparently, Undertaker cursed her. Because of that curse, they claimed, oh, that's how she passed away. But of course, the family's like, that's a load of nonsense. She had mental health issues.
The plot thickens.
Clearly, to go to Scotland or wherever they were before this, to join these guys, you have to be cuckoo, yeah? She's recruiting again on her website for a 3rd wife. I mean, who the hell is lining up for this dude? With all due respect, man. Look at him, bro. Even I look better than this.
He was an opera singer, apparently, before becoming king. Here she is putting a curse on the foster home that apparently took her kids.
Oh, don't keep my children in your house. You kidnappers, don't ever. I am the mother of Shikai and Kunase. You have no right to keep them. You will die and pay for them.
I'm sorry, imagine being the social worker and looking outside the window and seeing that.
I am their mother. You hear from us. You hear from us. Kubala, Kubala.
Here are the locals.
The f***ing some Scottish, you spaz. No, he was born in Kelso and he went to Blackburn. Claim land. If you're the king, why do you use a camera? You're not no king, mate.
I'll tell you what I need. We need more wood. If you guys can get us some wood, which is dry, that would be really helpful.
Girl, you're in the forest. Turn around.
One thing that's very, very important for me right now, oat milk. You can bring oat milk. Whole. It has to be whole. Whole oat milk. Oh, I love this. I love oat milk. I first heard it in prison. Someone bought it from the canteen.
Oh, you were in prison? This is sounding better and better. What a wholesome little tribe. Not a cult at all. Also, just imagine you're outside, you're a Scottish local, and you're out for a hike, and you come across a tribe. It's very interesting. A Scottish tribe.
Kubala, Kubala, this is my land. No, f*** off.
I was gonna say it's actually really good, the singing. It's not even them singing. Apparently, it's a Christian worship song, and they were just making fun of Christians. They're saying, oh, everything's stolen from us. Hi! But I did discover this beautiful worship song, so thank you, Kubala.
Have been served with an eviction notice and threatened with court action. The tribe have been camping in the Jedburgh woodlands since May this year.
Today, in a coordinated effort, both the council, the landowner and police sought legal action to begin the process of eviction.
Kubala, Kubala, evicted. Kubala, Kubala, evicted. They've been misrepresenting my people and my ancestors. None of my ancestors claim Scotland, okay? We're Southern African. The continent of Africa is our home. That's where our kingdoms and our civilizations were. Be proud of that. You don't need to go Coco mode with Juju, trying to be freaking Brandon Stark or The Undertaker or whatever this thing is right here.
We can only do what we can, and that is invoke the legal action.
Squatting in the Scottish woods, and they're doubling down on their claim that they've descended, right, from a lost tribe and that the land was stolen from their ancestors. She filmed herself chanting about their divine right to stay, declaring that no one could move the heir off the throne.
Hail, atehene, the king of Great Britain. You step on the land given to you, my lord, by God, Yahweh. You shall reign supreme in Britain. No one can evict the heir of the throne from his own land. You reign supreme, atehene.
Speak, my queen.
Long live the king.
No earthly court has any power over them, which reminds me of this video. I'm a free citizen, your laws don't apply to me routine. Watch this in case you haven't seen this.
But we told you he's an Article 4 free inhabitant, so he does not have to have a license. This is on recording. Article 4, free inhabitant pursuant to the Articles of Confederation. You can look it up. It's in the United States Book of Codes. It is your laws you have to follow.
Where are you a citizen of?
I am not a U.S. citizen.
Well, see, that's
I am a free inhabitant. I am of the earth. I do not belong to any corporation. I do not belong to any...
He does not belong to any corporation. It's like the Kubala. The laws do not apply because it's in the what? Book of Codes?
You will abide by the rules and laws.
See,
and you have certain protections.
A free inhabitant. They're free people. They have all of the rights of a U.S. citizen without following any of their laws.
Well, that would just be pure anarchy if that were the case.
No, because we're peaceful people. We're peaceful people.
I love this video because this is how it ends.
Okay, you are illegally doing this. I told you this is against my will. You did this illegal. You cut my bag.
All right, you're under arrest.
No, I'm not. Give me my stuff.
Relax.
No. You need to learn your goddamn job because you don't know your law.
The important thing here is that no matter your race, ethnicity, ancestry, or religion, the law still applies to you, okay? It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, you're Jewish, you're Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, or Kubalian.
I am the king of Kubala. I am the king of the lost tribe. Many people who are ignorant of
The times we are in are taking things in their own hands, trying to fight what they understand not.
Is here. Blessed be the King of the North. Blessed be the Holy One of David.
A group claiming to be an African tribe with its own king and queen have set up in a wood in the borders with a vow to expand over Scotland. The Kingdom of Kubala claims they have settled here to reclaim land stolen from their ancestors in the Highland 400 years ago. But vigilantes are targeting the group of 3 who are based in Jedburgh and been hit with an eviction notice by the council. And local councillor Scott Hamilton has said, "We need to be clear that we can't just start living in the woods in a community."
If you really want to live this way, then go to Africa. You'll find plenty of real tribes who can actually teach you how to gather firewood, survive off the land, and live authentically as a tribe. But let's be honest, right? You're not doing that. You don't want to do that. You're camping in a Scottish forest, claiming you own the land with your iPhone in hand, vlogging with a store-bought blanket, mugs from Target, or, I guess in this case, Tesco. It's play pretend. Toss the store-bought items and go to Africa if you want to be a tribe. Because what you're doing here is not ancient tradition, it is cosplay, and you're breaking the law. You can't just scream Kubala when cops arrive. I've been to Edinburgh, I just realized it's gonna get cold soon. It was cold, it was windy, it was rainy. What is the Kingdom of Kubala planning to do when Scottish winter rolls in? I'm just curious. Here's the thing, it's fine to play pretend. When I was a kid, for example, my friends and I, we would run outside, we would pretend to be monsters and fairies and all of that. If you want to start a cosplay club as adults, knock yourself out. But once you start putting up tents on other people's property, claiming universal ownership based on race, reality will kick in, and you will learn that laws still apply to you. No amount of Kubala Kubala chanting will change that. You keep this up, you'll Kubala your way into a cell.
We have rules, we have laws, and they need to be obeyed and followed.
But the prophecy said, after 400 years, there shall come the rise of Kubala, and the Messiah and the King of Kubala shall come back to reclaim his inheritance. That is the story which was told in the Lion King.
Lion King!
For I am the King of Kubala. They have come to reclaim my pride. Kubala Kubala.
Well in my rights, and I do have the mental and physical capacity to know and make the best decisions for myself. So again, UK authorities, leave me alone. Lastly, to the tribes.
I love the dance.
The narrow road is one that is only visible to us on our journey to Kubala. So don't be frightened by the things that you see that I have endured in the hands of the UK authorities. Be not dismayed by the arrows of the Moabites, who are Zimbabweans, of the Egyptians, who are Black Americans, or by Esau.
That's me after my espresso.
Okay, I get it. If you want to leave your country and live in the forests of Scotland with a cult, that's fine. But when that lady came out and started doing her little number in the back, any little credibility.
Also, this woman's family back in Texas is deeply concerned. Now her mother fears she's fallen under the influence of this couple and the so-called kingdom, so this is actually very disturbing. And let's be clear, the locals throwing rocks, that's not helping anyone either, right? Violence is not the answer, and it just hands the group exactly what they want, because cults feed on persecution. It validates their prophecy, reinforces the idea that they're chosen, they're under attack, right? Without that conflict though, their whole narrative loses momentum. The real solution has to come through proper law enforcement, and I hope it does soon. Because again, play pretend if you want, but you cannot break the law. And if this young American woman is being coerced or manipulated by this couple who are behind all of this, then hopefully she gets the intervention and support that she needs. Because at the end of the day, everything about this setup screams cult, classic signs of a cult. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Also remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can see more videos like this. And I'll see you in the next one. Kubala out.